The weekend brought plenty of news along with some controversy. Tesla responds to reports of unfair labor practices, a new VP of vehicle production is tapped, the next generation of Powerwall is coming, and you can start designing your Model 3 now, sort of. Here are your Tesla tidbits for May 16th, 2016. The Mercury News recently brought us the story of Gregor Lesnik, a Slovenian visa holder that filed a lawsuit against a chain of companies in a somewhat complex relationship after being seriously injured on the job. His employer, ISM Vuzem, was a subcontractor of Eisenman, who was the contractor that Tesla awarded the contract to for its state-of-the-art paint factory. The story details a situation where Lesnik is just one of many workers allegedly brought into the U.S. illegally on what is known as a B-1 visa. B-1 visas are intended to allow for supervisory work and training, but not any actual skilled work, as Lesnik and his counterparts were providing. Both Tesla and Eisenman deny any wrongdoing and were dismissed from the initial lawsuit. An amendment later again included them. According to court documents, ISM Vuzem is vigorously disputing the Lesnik's version of the accident. Tesla responded today in a blog posting on the company's website. Tesla says that it is implementing measures to ensure that even subcontractors are held to its standards of employment. While stating that it is clear from a legal standpoint, the blog states, quote, "This is not a legal issue, it is a moral issue," end quote. Later in the posting, they go on to say, quote, "Morally, we need to give Mr. Lesnik the benefit of the doubt, and we need to take care of him. We will make sure this happens. We do not condone people coming to work at a Tesla facility, whether they work for us, one of our contractors, or even a subcontractor, under the circumstances described in the article. If Mr. Lesnik or his colleagues were really being paid $5 an hour, that is totally unacceptable. Tesla is one of the highest-paying hourly employers in the U.S. automotive industry. We do this out of choice because we think it is right. Nobody is making us do so," end quote. Electrek reports that Peter Hochholdinger, Audi's former senior director of production behind the manufacturing programs of the A4, A5, and Q5 vehicles, has been hired as the new VP of vehicle production at Tesla. Those programs were responsible for 400,000 vehicles annually during his tenure. He will now be responsible for continuing to increase and improve Model S and Model X production, as well as help build the manufacturing program for the Model 3. No pressure or anything there, Peter. We are all definitely rooting for you. Model S isn't the only thing in the Tesla portfolio getting a refresh. Tesla's energy division wants in on the action as well. Gas2 reports that the Powerwall will get an upgrade soon, quoting Tesla as saying it will be available within a, quote, few weeks, end quote. The new Powerwall will work with an expanded number of inverters, including inverters produced by SMA. SMA is the world's largest inverter manufacturer by revenue. At inception, Powerwall only worked with inverters produced by SolarEdge. Comparable SMA inverters can be obtained for less than half the cost of their SolarEdge counterparts. Additionally, the new revision simplifies handling and wiring requirements, as well as updates into its internal cooling system to make it quieter. Lastly, Electrek shows us a site that mimics what the Model 3 design studio could eventually look like. If you're as obsessed with it as I am with the Model 3, and if you're listening to this podcast, you clearly are, you might kick on over to the site, which allows you to pick a paint color and wheels to view on the now widely seen picture of the Model 3 with the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. While you can't do much else, you can certainly go down another internet rabbit hole for a while daydreaming. Also, make sure you click on the Interior tab for a good chuckle. Links to all the full stories from today's episode can be found in the description of the show. You can find the show on all the major podcast services. If YouTube is your flavor, search for Tesla Tidbits and it will be the first result. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. 100 subscribers allows me to pick up a vanity URL for the show. If you like what you hear every day, please consider supporting the podcast at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. If you've got no spare dollars, no big deal. Show your support with positive reviews and subscriptions. That's all for today. Hope to see you again back here tomorrow. Until then, charge it up and hit the road.